Alright, so the name of this video is it somebody's initials or is it spelling incorrect? When you see SIC in brackets, that's what it means, spelling incorrect. It's a usage you used to see a lot more than you do nowadays. Anyhow, the car in question, American Car Foundry car, ACF X in this case, owned by their leasing company, 458-153. So it wasn't only built by ACF, their leasing company still owns it. And yes, the American Rail ARI now builds the old ACF designs, but we still have a big leased car fleet. The paint on this car appears to be original. I found reference to it being relined in 2013, but nothing about the exterior paint. Now usually, when I see an ACF car from before, 2000, I think, well, this might be a Huntington, West Virginia built rail car, which I lived in Huntington, West Virginia for a number of years, and the product they built for ACF in Huntington, West Virginia was covered hopper cars, 4-compartment hopper cars, especially those used in the plastics industry. But in the case of this car, it has a specific notation on it. It's not as clear on this side because of the receiving, but that says Milton. And the reason we're standing on this side is you can hear that hissing in the background. Well, I guarantee you that hissing is much louder on the other side of the car, where the unloading pumps are located. This is a 5,800 cubic foot car. Now the way that's made up is, now most of the cars you see today, ACF, the designs that are still running around in metallic cars tend to be a larger size. I think it's like 6221 or 6224. ACF and Trinity have a size that both one of the companies has 6221, the other 6254. But in ACF's version of that size, it's 1759 on the end and 1353 on the center compartment. So 9, 10, 11, 12. Anyhow, this though, this is 1606 cubic feet on the end compartment and 1294 on the center compartment. So 1606 and 1294, and then since there's 2 on this end and then 2 on the other end, you double it, you get the 5,800 cubic feet. But the question about initials was spelling incorrect. I'm now leaning towards initials because when I seen that this was built in Milton, well, there's a Milton next to Huntington, but this ain't that Milton. This is another American Car Foundry facility. They had a ACF factory in Milton, Pennsylvania. And I believe when the ACF factory in Huntington went on strike, they built cars in Milton. But also I think they build certain sizes that they didn't build in Huntington there. This size, I would have thought would have been, they built this size in Huntington, but it may be that at some point either Milton took over building this size or if ACF Huntington was overloaded, they might have taken some of the orders to the Milton plant. So when I saw MI Milton 696 PH, I'm like, did this car get repainted? And no, it got relined, but there's no notation for being repainted. In fact, it's been relined more than once, I think. Look at that. That's the original lining. It says Sigma 5476754 lining applied Milton 696. Of course they painted over that when they relined it so that somebody couldn't say, hey, the lining's chipping off your Milton paint, paint lining isn't any good on the interior because it got relined in 2013. So they had to cover up that original paint mark. Now, if the car had been repainted, I'd have thought, well, somebody was sloppy when writing down the notes of what they needed to repaint on the side of the car. And for Milton, PA, somebody writing for an A was so bad that they made it an H. But this is the original paint. Presumably, Milton 696 is, it's the Milton plant. 696, they knew what it was called. So what was PA? I'm guessing that's probably either somebody's initial that had to sign off on the paint job, or something along those lines, or maybe the department that built the car had a initial. I don't know. If you know, or you've got a good guess, leave a comment below.